Hey everybody, it's Dean Graziosi, and I'm really excited about this blog because I bought you some properties. Yeah, I've been talking about real estate that I've been searching all over the country for the best properties, the best locations, to get the best deals with the greatest amount of cash on cash return for your money. So in this blog today, I'm going to give you the opportunity to check out some of these properties. You know, the last time I said this was probably almost a year ago, and we had over 10,000 people say, yes, 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 I want some real estate. We had some properties, they sold in minutes. Literally, I'm not kidding you, minutes. But I wanted to be prepared, and we're prepared and ready. So I'll get more on that in a second. But I want to talk about something for those of you that might not be interested in property right now. I have a family member going through a tough time. And what I realized when I finally got the chance to sit down with him was that what was holding him back from his future was his past. He couldn't let go of a situation that happened in the past, just kind of reliving it. And I think it just reminded me and I thought about you guys, is there's a lot of people who have done that or who do that and you don't even realize it. When you go to move forward, you go, well, I tried that in the past and it didn't work. I read that other book and I didn't make money. I worked with that other guru and it didn't make sense. And so many times our past, or even things, I've done this wrong, or I fail too much, or I make mistakes. You have all these things from the past that hold you back from the future. So I'm going to just give you this quick little tidbit. Your past is nothing more than R&D, research and development. All of us have made mistakes. I've made more mistakes than you probably could ever imagine. But what I've been blessed with is the fact that I could look at those mistakes as research and development and go, that didn't work, that didn't work, that didn't work. Either never do it again or improve upon it. But then I can scrape off the pieces that did have a little bit, that worked a little bit or worked a lot, and just improve on them moving forward. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. If you're looking backwards, you can change your life just like that in an instant. Anything can happen in an instant, right? Remember, a thought is something in here. It's not in the world anymore. If you did something in the past, is it still sitting somewhere? Is there a monument about your screw up in the past? Did they build a statue of it? No. The only place the screw up or the thing that's holding you back from the past is in here. So in a second, you could change it. The thought is gone. So what I'm going to ask you to do is go from looking this way to looking forward. Research and development. I screwed up. I messed up here. Never going to do it again. I did well here. Let's build on that and head forward. Once you do that, you get to change your life in an instant. So I hope that little tidbit helps. All right, let's get to real estate. Okay, so many of you have sent me emails through the years. Dean, I'm busy. I have money to invest. I want great property in great areas. I'm a little nervous. Can you find properties for us? Well, what I didn't want to do is just find cheap real estate. Listen, there's cheap real estate all over the country, and I hope you're doing it on your own. I hope you stay engaged with the education, the live events, the Success Academy, my Rock Bottom Blueprint, whatever piece you're involved in, get the education. You need to be informed. And if you're out there buying your own property, continue to do it. But if you would like turnkey properties, this is what I've done. So not only did I want to just find cheap properties, I wanted to make it so I could find properties in areas where I knew unemployment has dropped. Rents are strong and growing. Prices on houses drop significantly even though rents are growing. So we found some pockets all over the country. And what I want to offer today is some properties that we found outside of Detroit. A lot of them around Warren. This is a city outside of Detroit that has some pretty cool things about it. Now, there's a lot I want to share in this blog, so it's a little long. What's good about Warren is Detroit's population is shrinking. Warren's population is growing. In the past year alone, Warren's unemployment rate has dropped over 4%. They're just outside of Detroit where it's the suburbs and it's a lot nicer than some of the areas that are unfortunately not so great in downtown Detroit. But what's great about Detroit is the people there are amazing. They're hardworking people and they're getting back to work. The car companies are hiring again. High-tech industries are going in hiring again. Warren City's population is growing because it's such a great area. But here's the cool thing. Rents are not only the same as they were back a couple of years ago, they've actually grown and they're continuing to grow. Properties rent like that. But properties that were 150, 120, 100,000 are now being able to be sold for half of that, more than half off. But guess what? The rents are still high. So let me give you an example of a few. Here's a property that in June of 2009 was worth $186,000 according to Zillow, okay? Okay, that's a really nice property. I bought this property in a stress condition. My team up in Michigan rehabbed it, screened and put a renter in there at $850 a month, and we have amazing property management in place to handle all of it. Now, what is this? This is a turnkey property that was once $186,000, and now you can buy it in the 50s. That is going to give you 11, maybe a 12% return on your money. But what else is it going to do? Could this house be worth $186,000 again? Of course it can. I'm not saying tomorrow, but while you're making money, 10, 11, 12% on your money every month, you get to ride the wave. And this is a true turnkey property. There's another one here. This one here was worth $122,000, rented for $800 a month, rehabbed, rented with great property management. This one's in the 50s. Same thing here, another great house. This one was $129,000 in December of 06, rented for $850 a month, rented to a great tenant, totally rehabbed. Again, you could buy this one in the 50s. Okay, so what I've done is my company is not set up right now to handle those properties, to sell them, to make sure you're taken care of totally. So what I did is I teamed up with Properties Direct. Now, Properties Direct, if you've been to a Vegas event, then you know that every single month down in Vegas, you're offered properties. If you're going to a Vegas event, congratulations. When you get there, there's gonna be a whole bunch of great properties like this to choose from. So what I did is I made a deal with them where I handed off my personal properties to Property Direct. And in a minute, you could click the link below and go check out the first batch that I handed over to Property Direct. Now, I want you to know this. These are properties that I bought with my top student, Matt Larson. He's up in Detroit with an entire team finding the best deals that anybody could ever find on the planet, with the best rehab team, with the best property management team, putting great tenants in there. So I found these properties, I financed them, I rehabbed them, and I've handed them off to Properties Direct. You can click on the link and check them out, and if you're interested, put your name in so you can get these before they're gone. The last time I released properties, they literally sold in minutes. But I want to tell you, this is going to be a steady thing now. If you want true turnkey properties that produce cash in areas that I personally hand selected, then this is your chance. Again, if you're not in the business for property purchasing right this minute, you're still learning, have no money, you're wholesaling, wonderful. That's why we have, we're like Heinz 57. We have an option for everybody. But for all of those that have asked me personally in emails, asked on this site for true turnkey properties that make sense in the right area, this is what we've done. Properties Direct is a great company I'm working with. They're going to handle the handoff to you on these property, answer any questions you have. In fact, if you have questions for me on this, list them below, or when you go to the site to check out the properties below, when you enter your information, ask the question there. This is the real deal. They're great properties, and I'm proud to bring them to you. In fact, you know when I'm going to be the most excited is in 5 years from now, if you get involved in 1, 2, 5, 10 of these properties, in 5 years from now, when you look back and the money you've collected for those 5 years, plus the value of your property, that's when I know I'll be in your Christmas wishes. You could just send me a present, whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, that's my blog for today. I've been waiting to release this for months and months and months, but I wanted to be prepared. And we're going to have a steady flow of properties for the first time ever. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm Dean Graziosi. Thanks for this week's blog. I'll see you next week.